Uncle Bob. Roar.
If a customer wants a pickle, you get him a pickle, right?
Roar.
If a customer wants a pickle, you get him a pickle, right?
Welcome, Baloney Nation. How the heck are ya?
We're back.
We're back.
We're in the studio again.
In the studio. Practicing good social distancing.
You've got a mask on.
Oh yeah, I'm so accustomed to wearing it now that it's part of my attire.
It's just so comfortable.
Oh, it's just
you forget that it's even on.
So I've got a special designer now making masks for me. We've put her on the payroll.
You want to give a shout out?
Keep it up,
Alex.
Alex in the studio. Well, she's not really in the studio,
No.
but just want to say that Alex Mask Making Company.
If you want a mask.
If you want a mask.
And you want to look stylish, hip, and cool.
Yep. You send us the money. She won't get it. But we'll make sure you get a mask.
Just send us money.
Send us money. Please.
And speaking of desperation, how's Jimbo Joe's coffee doing?
Oh, man. Well, due to the COVID concerns,
Yeah.
we're probably going to push back the
launch.
the launch of Jimbo Joe's coffee to, what did we say last week?
We said 2029 last week.
Oh, we're probably looking at 2032 now.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's times are tough. We got to make sure we kick this COVID's ass first before we can go open in the coffee shop. Dang you, COVID. Dang you.
We're depriving the world of Jimbo Joe's coffee.
You have no idea how good this coffee is. You have no idea.
We have no idea.
We don't know. We've never made it yet. All I know is it's coffee. It's brown.
Can you go wrong, though?
You can't go wrong with brown water in a cup. All I know is we will be doing it cheaper and better than McDonald's and Dunkin'.
That's our demo.
Yeah. We're coming for you, McDonald's.
And Duncan.
And Dunkin', a.k.a. No Donut Dunkin'.
We should add donuts to our name.
Oh, yeah, Jimbo Joe's Coffee and Donuts, because we're not afraid to sell donuts.
No, we're not afraid to admit it.
Yeah, we're not afraid to eat them.
No.
Oh, Krispy Kreme, if you want to be a sponsor, you just say the word.
We should sponsor them. We go there so often.
You know what? Just tell me where to mail the check to.
And send donuts.
And send donuts, yeah. Or those little nice little paper hats.
Ooh. We need one of those for the set.
And a bag of that glaze that you pour on your donuts would be awesome.
Just like an IV bag? Just hook it in?
Oh, yeah. We'll put it right on a pole right next to me right here. It's just drip. Right there. Tap it in. Hot glaze.
So we have some special guests today. And
We
kind
do.
of in their honor, we're going to be talking music.
Ooh. Music. Music.
So
My
first,
favorite.
let's talk about who's coming in. We got in the studio today, Melly Mels.
Melly Mels in the studio today. And we got DeeJay,
DeeJay,
a.k.a. Love Nuv, coming into the studio live. Her New Kids on the Block, NKOTB blockhead partner.
So they're going to be talking about the new kids.
They're going to be talking about their cruise that they were supposed to go on that was canceled due to the COVID-19. Just like everything else in this world. Hell, I'm surprised we can still buy gas.
Cheaper than ever, too.
Oh, $1.62 at Walmart.
What
You
in
can't
the
go
world?
wrong with it's probably water, but but I'll tell you, they're going to come on the show. They're going to talk about, listen, these guys are diehard New Kids on the Block fans.
Yeah.
Everything in their world is New Kids on the Block, Blockhead Nation. They watch these webcasts, podcasts. They're on all that stuff. They did the virtual tour cruise, whatever they were doing there last week, and they're going to talk about it.
Wow.
You will feel their pain.
I actually probably will, because I'm not a fan of New Kids on the Block. I don't know if that's relevant. I mention that now when they're not here.
Yes. Listen, they have been New Kids on the Block fans for many, many years. And I'm just an 80s, 90s guy. I like 80s and 90s music. Back when music was music.
Well, that's actually what we're going to talk about.
Let's
80s
do
and
it.
90s. So kick us right off. Number one 80s band that you in your mind.
Bon Jovi.
Wow.
Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi, Bruce Springsteen, Poison, Motley Crue before third and fourth rehab.
Man, I thought Chicago would be number
Ooh, Chicago. We'll see.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. I've actually seen Chicago live. Phenomenal.
recently.
It was probably 10 years ago,
Yeah.
maybe 9
Wow.
years ago, something like that. They were playing in Saratoga with the Doobie Brothers.
Oh man, that's a double feature right
That
there.
was a concert for the ages. If you can't appreciate a band that actually plays musical instruments. So, folks, what an instrument is for our younger viewers, it's actually a vehicle of metal or wood that makes sound by blowing through it and opening little valves here and there.
Wow.
Yep.
So getting a little scientific on us here.
Oh yeah, I watched how it's made. Thank you, Discovery Channel.
So 80s music, I think of the big hair. I think of the metal, the hair metal band.
White Snake, Poison, Twisted Sister, Def Leppard.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
But the other thing that you immediately think of is MTV.
Oh.
Music videos.
when MTV actually played me. So, folks, MTV used to be music television. So that was before reality TV, or AKA the world as you know it now. So they used to play videos. And if you remember, the first video on MTV was, I believe, Video Killed the Radio Star by the Buggles.
That's right.
Yep.
How fitting.
Yeah.
What do you think their last music video was?
I'm probably going to say something by Madonna or something back in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Who knows?
MTV, if you want to be relevant again, start playing videos.
Yeah.
Although I will say that the satellite channel does have a 80s and 90s block now, videos you can watch from the 80s and 90s, and I do play that quite a bit in my house.
Yeah, I remember when HD TV first came along, they had a combined channel for MTV and VH1 where they pretty much just played music videos. And
Pop-up videos on VH1. Yeah. Good times. Yep, back when you could watch Cyndi Lauper's Girls Just Want to Have Fun with Captain Lou Albano
oh, yeah.
in the video. That's a video, folks. Google it. It really is a video. Video is when they put the song with a mini movie, so to speak.
How long can we keep this bit up?
There was no such thing as iTunes or any of that crap back then. You didn't have to pay for any of this stuff. You just watched it.
If you said iTunes in the 80s, people thought you just couldn't speak English.
Yeah. Like, iTunes, what's wrong with your eye?
Ooh, drum roll.
Here all week, folks. All week.
So another, I think 80s music, I think the music videos, and I think of like Duran Duran.
Ooh.
Videos that like told a story and they were like mini movies as opposed to, just showing the band playing.
You know what? Phil Collins, back when Phil Collins was with Genesis.
Yeah.
Stories being told.
Land of Confusion with the spitting image little Muppet characters, Ronald Reagan and
Yep.
such.
Billy Joel's We Didn't Start the Fire.
Oh, there you go.
Telling a political story, although it's something we don't talk about here on Talkin Baloney.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Who? Billy Joel, we still love you, though.
What about Aha?
Ooh, Take On Me. Cartoon.
Take On Me,
Black and white video.
One of the best music videos of all time.
Yeah. He was trying to rescue the girl in the movie, if I believe correctly.
Yeah, like crossed over into a comic book, like a sketch.
I can remember movie videos like Chicago's Stay the Night with Peter Cetera jumping over something in a pickup truck and then blowing up in the truck and still trying to win the girl in the end of the video, even though he's like half dead.
I don't remember that one.
Listen, romance in the 80s and 90s, if you can't say Chicago, God help you.
You remember how classic when someone did a soundtrack for a movie and it would like incorporate the actors and stuff from the movie into the music video?
Danger Zone, Kenny Loggins.
There you go.
Top Gun. I feel the need for speed. Listen, there was, referencing one of our shows we did about horror movies, Dokken actually did a song called Dream Warrior for Nightmare on Elm Street that actually had Freddy Krueger in the video.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That incorporation, the music was so important. Not just the selling the soundtrack, but the music video that...
Yeah. It used to have actors and actresses, people that actually got into a role. We didn't just do collaborations now is what you see. We're like, listen, I'm just going to get 9 other star, music people all in one video. See, back in the day, we called that We Are the World.
One that jumps out is I remember Keanu Reeves was in a Paula Abdul video, and it was like a parody or an homage to Rebel Without a Cause. You got James Dean.
Oh, Paula Abdul.
Yeah.
Every high schooler's infatuation back in the day.
And of course, her famous video with the cartoon cat.
Oh, the cartoon cat. Opposites attract.
Yeah. 2 steps forward.
2 steps back.
Yeah.
Oh, good times, man. Back when Madonna was still Madonna.
She was Madonna back then.
Yeah. Not sure, she
Not
lost
sure what she is
what
now.
she is now. I'm not
And
really
we can't
sure.
really get into politics or religion,
No.
so
Yeah.
I don't know if we can talk about her.
We'll stay away from that because, once you've gone that realm, we don't want to talk about you.
All right. Good discussion, and we've got more music talk coming up because it's going to be guest time.
We'll be hanging tough. Coming up next.
Roar. Hell yeah. Calvin Cocoa Pop.
If a customer wants a pickle, you give them a pickle, right? If a customer wants a pickle, you give them a pickle, right?
And we're back.
Welcome back to Talkin Baloney. What's up, big guy?
How's it going? We got some special guests in the studio.
We do, live in the studio, breaking quarantine, smuggled in the trunk of a car. We're bringing you Melly Mels.
In the trunk of a car.
And live from Philly, PA, is DeeJay.
Hi, DJ.
Hi, DJ.
Look, it's Melly Mels and DeeJay together in the studio. What's up with that?
This is really lame that it's this far apart, but we'll take it.
We'll take it. Mm-hmm.
Listen, you Philly people, this is New York. We don't want you Philly people up this way. You stay in Philly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Go Giants.
Wow.
So the reason we brought everyone together today is obviously to talk about New Kids on the Block. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a couple members some card-carrying members of the Blockhead Nation live here in the studio to talk about this wonderful cruise that they went on.
Was it wonderful? And was it a cruise?
It was not a real cruise. I think we mentioned it before. It was a virtual cruise.
Oh, so you actually didn't go out on the water?
No, there was no water to be had.
Interesting.
I mean, unless you were talking about my glass of ice water I had, or something like that.
So what happened? What? I know you were going on a cruise. You guys were leaving to get on a plane.
Yeah.
To go on a cruise, and Something fell through? Was it your visas, passports? What happened?
It was our passports. Yeah, for sure. Well, my passport never arrived, so that's problem number one. I probably couldn't have gone. So, did you want me to tell the story? Oh, she's got helpers too.
No, you never get any privacy anywhere.
Yeah. You want me to tell the story about the cruise?
The dog busted in on me.
That's okay. Yeah. You say hi to the dog.
Oh, Macho. So, yeah, DJ and I were supposed to go on a cruise with the New Kids on the Block, obviously, and we were working really hard to be fabulous in our quest to look our best.
Okay.
For our New Kids on the Block guys. Mm-hmm. And then COVID-19 happened, and they postponed it. Mm. And then they canceled it.
Ooh.
And sent us our money back.
Yeah, sounds rough.
It was really rough.
So for you folks that have been living under a rock, COVID-19 is a virus that has infected most of the United States. So, yeah. If
for our listeners in the magical land where they don't have coronavirus.
Yeah. If you live on some remote island someplace and you've been on an expedition for the last 90 days, you may not know what COVID-19 is. Yeah. So when you come home, Google it.
From the magic world. So anyway, because they are the fine gentlemen that they are, they decided to do a virtual cruise for us cruisers that were going to be on the cruise. So it was
virtual.
So everything, it was online using every tool imaginable, and so we partook in that.
Yeah, and so how was that experience for both of you? Did you guys enjoy the virtual cruise? Did you participate in the virtual cruise?
I feel like you brought that up on purpose, a little jabby jab about the Zoom meetings, Deej. That's what he's talking about.
Yeah, it was a little frustrating, you could say.
So if Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch were right here in this room, I'm sorry, wrong band.
I was going to say.
Yeah, buddy.
Wrong band.
So if the New Kids on the Block were here in this room right now, what would you want to tell Donnie, Johnny, Mickey, and Mike?
I was going to say, you don't even... How bad is it that he doesn't even know who's in the band?
All right, I know one is Donnie. You got Donnie. You got... the one that you have a crush on. That's
Joey McIntyre?
Joey McIntyre. Nothing my love can't fix. He did make that song, right?
Don't recall them.
Pretty sure that's one of his songs.
Okay. Anyway, more?
You got the guy that's on Blue Bloods.
That's Donnie.
Okay, that's the only one I'm really...
You said Donnie like 7 times.
And Donnie.
You know 2 of 5. That's good.
He knows 2 of 5. Yeah.
So...
There's Jordan, who is
Jordan
DJ's
Knight.
favorite.
Jordan Knight, a.k.a. I have my own single CD. I remember that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's DJ's man.
Yeah.
And then...
Does your husband know about Jordan?
Yeah. Shayla tells on me all the time. That's Mommy's husband.
Wow.
Then there's Jonathan Knight.
Oh, the Jonathan. Are they brothers?
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting fact. Did not know that. Couple of New Kids on the Block is actually NKOTB brothers.
Yes. And then Danny Wood. So I will tell you that my favorite part of the virtual cruise... Should we talk about our favorite parts first, Deej?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Yeah, you got to do the good stuff first, right?
Okay, yeah. So my favorite part was, so we have a challenge at home because our internet sucks. So being able to partake in these things was a little frustrating.
HughesNet sucks.
Yeah. So my favorite part about the cruise, I did like that they recorded all of the things that they did. So you could go back and watch it later. So that's what I did. And I sat in the bedroom bawling like a baby watching the sail away party because they did the sail away party. And they showed all the people that were excited to go. But my favorite part was cooking with Danny Wood.
Oh. I did reference these cookies that were made, these peanut butter cookies with the Hershey Kiss in the middle. Oh, phenomenal cookies.
Yeah.
I've never had cookies that good before.
Yeah.
That were made with such love and tenderness and caring that those cookies were made from the New Kids on the Block.
Yeah.
You got like the tears in that batter.
There was a lot of love and a lot of caring and a lot of almost lust in those cookies that were made that I was...
Yeah, so it was Danny's mom's recipe. She died of breast cancer, and so he did her recipe, and you got to partake in the product of that.
I will say they were good cookies.
That was my favorite part
So-
because I felt like I was participating.
So DJ, what
I
was
didn't cook
what was
them,
your
but I
favorite
did
part?
watch.
Oh, you watched it, Teach?
Did you
I
have,
watched it. I just didn't make any.
Did you have a favorite part?
What was my favorite part? The game show part was really good.
So
The other part that was hard was being able to, sit in front of your computer for like 2 hours straight because we weren't really on vacation, so people couldn't just not talk to us.
Yeah.
So the game show was a lot of fun because it turns out they're all kind of perverted and funny at the same time.
Wait, there's a boy band and they're perverted? What?
Yeah, they have dirty minds when it comes to game show fun. They play like Family Feud or something. But in the middle of it, I had to run out to the garage and help Saeed with something. So I didn't watch all of it.
Yeah,
But it was so good. But yeah, the sail away party was really good. I was like really like, okay, I'm going to be on this fake boat. And I drank a little too much.
Yeah.
So drink of choice at this
Yeah.
point.
What was I drinking?
What did?
I think I was drinking wine.
So Melly Mels was drinking.
She had rum or something?
So
Yeah,
she had
I
some,
had some rum.
blackberry rum or something,
It
I
was
think.
raspberry. I mixed Bacardi mixer, like margarita mixer,
Wow.
the strawberry one, with some raspberry Bacardi rum, and I think I drank a little too much. I drank
Was
a
that
full.
a Danny Wood like suggestion or?
No, this was just a Melanie come up with a concoction suggestion. So I made a smoothie.
See, folks, just so you know, what Melly Mels does is when she drinks, she has a tendency to fall asleep. So if she's
That's what I
drinking
do.
something, so when she falls asleep, she can think more about the New Kids on the Block and how much happier she would be there than she is at our wonderful home with our loving children and family members.
With everybody.
But
Ask me.
are you also like me where I'll fall asleep but I wake back up and I recharge and then I want to party some more?
Yeah, I was.
So I was watching Donnie's Instagram live after that.
Yeah, I drank way too much. I started drinking that a little before 5, and then I was done by 5:30, and then I was like, I just feel sick.
Folks, started before 5, done by 5:30.
It was bad, and then my face gets red, and like he was like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm just sitting here. My stomach hurts." So that was good, and that was when they were doing the sail away party. So
So are you guys being rebooked on a trip, or are we going to be going on a cruise again? What's the deal here?
we're gonna go when they have it.
You know, if Talkin Baloney was having a cruise, we wouldn't cancel, no matter what, because A, we're not giving you a refund, so we're going forward with this no matter what. So how do you feel? How do you both feel? Are you guys feeling love right now? Are you feeling like the New Kids on the Block are going to make this right for you?
I think they want to make it right. I don't
Okay.
know when it'll be, but Deej and I are right now planning our next NKOTB adventure is to go to Fenway Park in September.
Oh,
And,
Fenway Park.
Already rebooked our flights.
Fenway
Fenway.
Park. What is that?
Wow.
Then Tampa Bay?
How am I feeling? It really sucked, to be honest. It really sucked.
Yeah,
'cause
I
Deej and I
know.
were supposed to be on vacation together, and yet we were here in our homes having to deal with all of our families. And
This was a year in planning and in the making, this trip.
Yeah.
So, you know what? We just got to say to the old COVID, you're not welcome here anymore.
You sound like an evangelist. Be gone.
So DJ, how do you feel about being on your first Talkin Baloney podcast? Over 1 million,
awesome.
1 million people are listening to you right now.
I listen to tons of podcasts, but I've never been on one. So
Yeah. Well, you're at the top of the food chain.
Yeah. It's all downhill from here.
Yeah. You go into you search out podcasts and Talkin Baloney pops right up instantly.
Especially if
you just type in podcast and there it is.
Well, if you type in Talkin Baloney, it'll come up. Oh, that's good times. Good times. So, are you looking forward to your trip at your Fenway Park trip? Are you guys going to stop at Wahlburgers?
Of course we are.
Get yourself a fresh hamburger.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right down the street, I think.
I think you
Yeah.
guys visited that place once before, haven't you?
In Philly, we did, and then they closed. And Donnie was
Closed
supposed
right
to be
after.
there. Yeah, remember Donnie was supposed to be there.
He
the
was
next
there
day.
the next day, and he
Yeah.
came, yeah.
You know, see, if I knew you guys
You
were
can't
coming and I was as famous as those folks, I would have waited there for you. Just want you guys to know that. I'm just saying, you got to take care of your fans. And with,
We took pictures with the flat Wahlbergs, right?
Yeah, we did. we took a picture.
we here at Talkin Baloney take the time out every day to say thank you to all of our fans and subscribers. You know, as many of them as there is. Individually, we reach out to every single one of them.
Didn't you want to do a shout out to one in particular?
We have a new youngest subscriber. Her name is Gabriella. Yep,
Yay.
Gabriella. She's our youngest subscriber. She's only 6?
You
5,
should probably know
6?
this.
He's looking at me.
She's one of our youngest subscribers. So shout out to her and bad parents for letting her watch our show. Gotcha, Marianne. So, DJ, you subscribe to our show, correct?
Yes.
And so we're looking for donations. We're going to be starting a fund drive here soon. So,
A Patreon.
Fund me page.
Yeah, a Patreon page.
so anyway, all right. So you guys feeling okay now? Are you guys, can we take you guys off suicide watch?
Well, we didn't talk about the stuff that annoyed us.
Oh,
yet,
yeah.
did we?
Oh, well,
come on.
let's dive right into that.
All right, Love Numb, I'll let you take the lead on this one.
Well, there was just one part at the end where I was so annoyed because if you watched everything, you started to notice the same people in all of the live sessions, like the same people on phone calls, same people that Donnie would pick when he went live with someone. And you're like, wait a second, what's going on here?
Fixed.
And then at the end, there was this one girl. She sang karaoke with him. She won one of the challenges, and then she got to go on a Zoom call. And I was like, "Where's this chick?" And she didn't even look old enough to be a fan. If you ask me, like she was a little young.
Yeah. So they did this thing where people could zoom into, like you could be
Angry.
a part of the meeting. It did make us angry. Where you could be part of the meeting and they would show you on the screen, and we didn't get any. It was supposed to go to people that were on the cruise, and
Yeah, we didn't get an
anything.
email. Supposed to get an email with a meeting ID and stuff, but it was one of the things that a lot of the fans complained about on the Facebook page that
Yeah.
I didn't get an email, so.
So,
We weren't suffering alone. I guess if we had to spin it into a positive, we didn't suffer alone.
We didn't suffer alone.
but we're still diehard fans of New Kids on the Block, correct?
Of course we are.
Still.
We have loved New Kids on the Block. You don't understand this. Since we were freshmen or sophomores in high school.
I remember seeing you guys dancing in the side yard of Melly Mel's parents' house on my way to go to work, riding my 10-speed bicycle with my tight white acid wash jeans on, watching you guys do your little dance things out in the side yard, pretending you were hanging tough.
We used to
Yeah,
play videotapes.
where we were doing cheerleading or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. So our love for New Kids on the Block goes way back.
I really hope
Way
New Kids
back.
on the Block reaches out to Baloney Talking to make this right.
Make it right for us.
Hey, this is
If Danny Wood wants to come on Talking Baloney and share any recipes, he's an open invitation.
If Donnie Wahlberg or Jordan Knight specifically, their two lovers, would like to come on our show and talk about this, there'll be none of this surprise stuff. You are the father. None of this stuff. We just want to.
You didn't even get my
your
crush
brain
right. You didn't even get Joey right.
It's Joey Joe. Joey Joe. You're Joey. Well, you're always watching Donnie on TV.
Well, yeah, because Donnie's like my adult crush. Like Joey, I've loved Joey for a long time.
There's too many crushes.
But Donnie, and I think Deej would agree with me, Donnie has made his way into our grown-up hearts.
Just so Donnie, Joey, and Jordan all know, this one over here, I've locked that down. Locked it down. Whoop, threw away the key.
Wow.
You're taken. What's funny is they're all married too, which is just hilarious.
Yes, they're all married. So
Well,
Every single one.
for the right
Danny's
price,
not. Danny's not married.
we got wife swap options.
wow. And wow.
Okay, I think we have a
Yeah.
That
commercial
could be
break
an
to go
extension
to.
of the podcast.
All right,
Baloney swap.
baloney swap. I love it.
If a customer wants a pickle, give them a pickle, right?
We'll be right back after a short little commercial break to pay our bills.
If a customer wants a pickle, you give them a pickle, right?
Roar.
We are back here on Pickle Nation.
Pickle Nation.
What? Talkin Baloney would like to thank our special guest that we just had on the show,
What a great job. First time appearance by Miss DeeJay.
a.k.a. Love Nuv, and Melly Mels, just a regular vet now on the show.
Oh, she's practically a co-host.
Yep, practically. The third chair's open anytime, as long as we're practicing social distancing and wearing these masks.
That's right.
Want to give a quick shout out to Dunder Mifflin, our unofficial sponsor of the Talkin Baloney Podcast. Have your people get in touch with our people. The check did not clear.
The check from the fictional paper company didn't clear?
It did not clear.
Man, what is the world coming to?
We're not getting no stimulus check or bailout here. Oh, no. We're expected to pay the bills.
Oh, I didn't think of that. We could go for a stimulus check, though.
We could.
Yeah.
How much could we get?
How does that work?
I guess we just make up a bunch of information, put it on a form, send it in, and they send us a check.
Let's do it.
Heck, if the Lakers can get a free check, why can't we?
Shake Shack got $2 million.
We will not give it back. We will use it.
Keeping with our theme, which has pretty much been the 80s.
Oh, yeah. Good time to be in.
So one of the trending topics today on Twitter is Little House on the Prairie. Which
Laura Ingalls.
I know you watched a lot of that.
Listen, if you grew up in my household as a little kid, it was Little House on the Prairie, The Waltons, The Andy Griffith Show,
Roar.
Leave It to Beaver. It was every night the Waltons and Little House on the Prairie were on. You were watching it. And if we got lucky, there were certain nights of the week where like the Fall Guy was on.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Airwolf.
Yeah.
And if everybody remembers Blue Thunder,
Do not remember.
that was another helicopter.
From the helicopter genre.
Yep. Silver Spoons.
Love Silver Spoons.
What's the other one? You had the one with the girls in the home.
Facts of Life.
Facts of Life. You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have
The Facts of Life.
The Facts of Life. You had the other one you had the Partridge Family.
Oh, yeah. So Partridge Family and Brady Bunch were big in my household.
Don't forget the one with the Keatons.
Oh, Family Ties.
Family Ties.
Yeah.
And then you have the other one with Kirk Cameron in it.
Growing Pains.
Growing Pains. Yes.
Man.
And then you had Punky Brewster later on in the 80s, early 90s, late
Not a
80s,
fan.
I believe. Yeah.
Not a fan.
Elf.
Loved Elf.
Who didn't want the Elf doll?
And Elf what I loved about Alf is he would cross over. Like there was a week where he was like on Hollywood Squares, and he would do like talk show appearances.
You know, and his disdain for cats, I've tried to carry that over into my life.
You could relate to that, I imagine.
I can relate to that.
Now, we talked about this once before, but how many cats in your house growing up?
A lot.
And some of their names, like, was it Pippa?
Pipper. We had the Pippy, the Babe.
Oh, the Babe.
Toonces, the driving cat. If any of you folks remember Saturday Night Live, when Saturday Night Live was still funny. Yeah. Saturday Night Live in the 80s, early 90s, mid-90s, actually, I'll say, right up until about when Will Ferrell left.
Will Ferrell's probably into the 2000s then.
Yeah, probably early 2000s.
Yeah.
But they used to have a cat called Toonces the Driving Cat. They used to do a skit with that. Saturday Night Live, if you want to gain my viewership back again, bring back Toonces the Driving Cat. Those skits were phenomenal. They were awesome. Google them. Watch them on YouTube. Matter of fact, watch Talkin Baloney on YouTube.
That's right. Easy to find, too.
We got room for subscribers.
Subscribe and like. How about that?
Subscribe and like. Follow us on Twitter.
And we're talking about all this, like, shows we would watch in the afternoon. And one of the big ones, and this leads into our guest next week.
Yes.
Was G.I. Joe.
Ooh, the Ant-Man, the G.I. Joe of Ayatollah of G.I. Joe. Coming on next week.
What exactly does he do?
He's a big G.I. Joe collector.
But he also he's like a creator of something.
He's a creator of packages or something, or recreating packages, or
uses his creativity, his artwork, his skills to like recreate the packaging.
Yeah,
that the toys came in.
He is the real deal, folks. The real deal. He's been around the likes of Sergeant Slaughter.
Wow.
I don't know who else he's been around, but doesn't really matter at that point once you've been in a headlock by Sergeant Slaughter.
Enough said.
Bucket list accomplished.
So we got that coming up.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be a good show. It's
Yeah.
going to be a good show. Yep. He's going to talk a little bit about G.I. Joe, probably a lot about G.I. Joe. But we can't go on without saying Transformers.
Yeah.
Transformers.
Yeah.
Remember when Optimus Prime died?
That was the movie, the Transformers movie.
Transformers the movie. Optimus Prime gets killed in the cartoon movie. I can remember being there and crying and being sad.
I actually thought you were going to cry right now.
It was taking me back to a moment with the Mad Dog at the theater, watching Optimus Prime die. Yep. And then he came back, and you were like, well, I don't know how to deal with that. He just died, and now he's back again.
That's a lot for a little kid to deal with.
Yeah. You know, the heck with Star Wars.
Wow.
Although when the Enterprise went down, oh, that's right. That's Star Trek.
Yes.
A real space movie.
Roar.
The 80s and 90s, folks, was a time to be alive. It was definitely a time to be alive. Shows were good. They weren't these canned laughter shows that are on TV now.
Shows that aren't funny, you mean?
Yeah, pretty much most of them.
Yeah. Well,
Not funny.
Sitcoms are not what they used to be.
No.
We grew up on sitcoms that were funny, and now I don't know what's going on.
You know, they touched on all those. They did it in such a way that they could have a drama moment in the show, but in the end, everybody was happy.
That's right.
And it all worked out in the end. And
Alex P. Keaton could have some college roommate you never heard of who had a drug problem or died in a car crash, and it would be emotional. And then
he funded a bake sale. You know, all the profits went to getting the friend in rehab, and boom, show's happy. Everyone's happy.
That's right.
They're eating spaghetti dinner as a family.
Remember the neighbor Skippy? Skippy was dating an older woman who was a doctor, and he had to introduce her as Dr. Mrs. Sylvia Blather or whatever.
Oh, man. You know, we can't talk about the 80s without mentioning the A-Team.
Oh, what a huge hit. Big influence on a 10-year-old's life when the A-Team came
B.A.
out.
Baracus, a.k.a. Mr. T, Hannibal, Face Man. The crazy guy there. What the heck?
Murdoch.
Murdoch, yeah.
Howling Mad Murdoch.
Good times, man. What do you got now, folks? What do you got in this day and age? What do you got to look forward to?
I think people just watch YouTube.
Yeah. You know what you're watching on YouTube? Besides us,
No.
the 80s and 90s. That's what you're watching on YouTube.
Did you watch the A-Team, the movie they made a few years ago?
I did. It was trash.
Yeah. Not a fan?
No, it just you oversell everything. Listen, the A-Team had 2 minutes of explosions and gunfire. No one ever died.
They didn't. Not only did they not die, they usually Mr. T would just throw them in the air and they would sail over the camera in slow motion.
Yeah, it was like now it's I got to blow everything up from the beginning to the end. We got to spend our $60 million budget. Mm-hmm. We got to kill everybody that's on the show. It's got trash.
Yeah, I never saw it.
Trying too hard, Hollywood. You're trying too hard. And stop remaking all these good movies and shows from the 80s and 90s. It ain't going to be the same. I will say this.
Yeah.
Goonies.
Classic. I almost mentioned the Goonies earlier when we were talking about music videos.
Yep.
One of the best music videos of all time with Captain Lou, a staple, but also Roddy Piper, the Iron Sheik,
yes.
Nikolai Volkov. At the end, Andre the Giant comes to save Cindy from all the bad guy wrestlers.
See, folks, back then there was actually good guys and bad guys.
Yeah, that's true. Storytelling, you might say.
Yeah, something that's lacking in today's world. Good times, man. Good times.
So we talked about next week. We got that to look forward to. And folks, if you want to contact us, it's Baloney Talking on Twitter.
Hit us up on the old Twitter machine. We're ready for it.
We'll take your reader suggestions, your comments, your questions.
And do absolutely nothing with them.
Most likely. And again, one more shout out to our newest fan.
Oh, yeah. G-Money, Gabriella, our youngest subscriber. Woohoo! Welcome aboard to the Talkin Baloney train.
Take a nap. It's past your bedtime.
Yes. And Mini-Me, stand up when you're talking to me.